I'm Sophia. I'm a junior at Montgomery Blair High School, rising senior.
Thank you for coming to this interview.
You're welcome.
So what motivated you to audition for the show, and how did you audition for the show?
So the first thing you do when you go and try to be on the Jeopardy Teen Tournament is you take an online test. So since I'm part of all these academic teams at my school, all of my friends decided together that we were going to take the Teen Jeopardy test. And so you get 50 questions that are all just really short answer, like in this Shakespeare play, in this Shakespeare play, two star-crossed lovers fall in love, and you would have to answer with what is Romeo and Juliet or something. And after that, they randomly choose a couple, like 1,000 people, not 1,000, like 250 people to go to the audition stage. So you meet up with Jeopardy coordinators in like a hotel, and then you do like an in-person audition, you take another test, and then you do some buzzer testing and you play on the buzzers. And after that, it's just up to them who they choose.
Cool. So this is also kind of related. So how often do you watch Jeopardy?
I watch Jeopardy quite a bit, especially preparing for going on the actual teen tournament. But then after I was there, it was just so weird to watch because it's different than what you think it is. Even though I've been on TV before with like it's academic and the studios are smaller than you think they are, being at Jeopardy, you know exactly what goes on and you realize exactly where everything's set up, so the camera doesn't hide anything anymore and you just know what's going on. So it's a different experience afterward. So I just didn't watch as much.
Okay. So did you have any Jeopardy game strategies for playing?
Yeah, so, okay. If you're on Jeopardy, one of the best things to do is prepare your buzzing speed because that's really where the difference matters. I didn't do that before, which is why I didn't do awfully well, but I did study a lot. So since I do a bunch of different academic competitions, most importantly Quiz Bowl and It's Academic, which both kind of have similar questions and skills to Jeopardy itself. So I was able to study like literature, religion, mythology, history, science, extracurriculars, and then I could just take that knowledge and use it on Jeopardy.
Cool. You mentioned that you were in many past like academic clubs and like
Yes.
competitions. So like how did these past experiences give you an edge over the other players?
So it's actually kind of interesting because a lot of the people who go and do Teen Jeopardy do Quiz Bowl and Science Bowl and History Bowl. So really being good at those things does give you an edge knowledge-wise. So really it's an interesting thing that happened is on the bus to Jeopardy itself, to the actual taping, they were giving us some practice questions, and there was one practice question that nobody else on the bus knew. It was about John F. Kennedy's submarine boat that was sunk during World War II, and I knew it. It's like, so John F. Kennedy was like a captain, I think, of this ship called PT-109, which was sunk, and he was made a war hero because of it, and nobody else on the bus knew PT-109, and I did, and they were all very impressed by that. So that's what doing academic competitions gets you, just these random bits of information that definitely do come in handy.
Did you go to Jeopardy with like a goal in mind?
Really my goal was just to make friends, because Jeopardy is just like awesome. You have all these people who are extroverted because they have to be on camera, they love trivia, they like learning stuff, so it's so easy to become friends with everybody at the competition. So really my goal was just to make really good friends and stay in touch with them for as long as I could.
Could you go more in depth of what the show taping was like?
So the show taping, so there are 3 people on each show, right? That's just normal Jeopardy format. So you didn't know who the people you were playing against were until the actual show. Your shirt. So you have the box that goes up your shirt, so people can't see it, and then the mic comes around, and it's like clipped to the front of your shirt. So you're there, and then Alex Trebek just comes out. And he's just there, and he's like, "Hi everyone, this is Jeopardy," and Then the game starts and you play. They have the breaks, and it really just, it's like 15 minutes, 20 minutes of taping. That's going to be the eventual 30-minute show, and you just do it, and you're done, and you leave.
So we heard that a lot of players practice hitting the buzzer at home before they go on the show. Did you do that?
I did. They actually give you these pens when you go to Jeopardy audition that are shaped like buzzers. So they also have like the same amount of give as a buzzer. So when you're practicing at home, you have your Jeopardy pen and you're watching the show and you're trying to anticipate when the buzzer is going to be available. Because at Jeopardy, there's a system where you can't buzz in the middle of a question. In other academic competitions, it's different, but Jeopardy, it's not. So you can only buzz when the lights blink on around the screen that has the questions. So you don't see those at home though. And you kind of have to anticipate where they're going to be. You have to get into a rhythm with Alex and with whoever's clicking on the buzzer lights. And so when you're at home and you're practicing the buzzer, you're anticipating for the end of the question and you're just going for it.
Will you participate in Jeopardy or other game shows in the future?
I mean, I'm definitely going to participate in It's Academic again because we actually, today, am I allowed to say the date? Yeah, so it's like June 29th, right? So today's actually the air date of It's Academic Super Finals. So this morning was It's Academic Finals, which is like our regional TV show, if you've heard of it. It's teams of 3 people who play together in kind of a Jeopardy style format, but not really. We actually won the final this year, and the super final is tonight, and we also won that. So I'm the captain of our It's Academic team next year, and so I'm definitely going to be on there. And hopefully we can win for the 4th year in a row. Yeah.
So, did you have fun playing? Was this an overall fun experience for you?
Yeah, especially meeting people. Like, the people that I met at Jeopardy, I watched the Democratic debates with them. So it was like, we have a giant group chat with everybody from our teen tournament, the 15 of us, and then there was a teen tournament before us with another 15 kids, and we have a group chat with all of those people. So we watched the Democratic debates together and just like commentated the whole time, because of course you're gonna wanna do that with your nerd friends, right? So I'm really very much in contact with all of my friends from Jeopardy, and I talk to them all the time, and that was really fun.
Okay, so I'm asking the rest of the questions kind of in the back, but so what do you think about James Holzhauer, and are you a fan of him?
James Holzhauer, I thought he was pretty cool on the actual show, because it takes a real degree of skill to be able to just get on the buzzer every time. He must have lightning fast reflexes, and clearly he just knew so much too. It was super impressive to see him just dominating the competition, and he knew exactly how to play. And as someone who's been on Jeopardy, it's just a completely different experience when you see someone winning by that much, and you're like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, okay, so could you tell us something about Alex Trebek? I know you mentioned him earlier, but like, what's the most significant thing?
So Alex Trebek, we didn't actually get to interact with him that much. You would assume that the contestants actually got to see Alex Trebek for part of the show outside of actually just taping, but we don't. It's just coming in and taping. But he did, between shows, between breaks and things, when people were setting up mics and adjusting sound and whatever, he would talk with the audience. So he would ask them like fun questions, and he would ask them to ask him questions. And so one of my friends, after your Jeopardy show is over, you get to go watch the other shows. So we were all in the audience, and it was very much a game to see if we could get Alex to call on us. So everyone was just waving their hands in the air and waiting for Alex to ask us questions. And one of the things that we asked him was, what's the meaning of life? And so he answered like with a very serious, thoughtful answer. And he was like, the meaning of life is to be cautious and to understand what you're doing with your life. And we were like, whoa, that was very deep. So he's really just like a very caring, and he's also funny. In between breaks, he would make these like really witty quips, and everyone would just start laughing because he's an entertainer first and foremost. And he's just kind of exactly what you see on screen.
Wow, okay. So how did you go to the program? Did the program like organize the trip, like the flight and the hotel for you, or did you have to do it by yourself?
Yeah, the program organizes the flight and trip for you. It's all expenses paid. But my family came with me, and so they had to pay for themselves. It was just me and one parent who were paid for by Jeopardy, and then my family came along.
Oh, that's really nice. So this is the last question. question, but what is one piece of advice you would give to anyone who wanted to audition for Jeopardy?
So I would say you should join Quiz Bowl because Quiz Bowl is awesome. So if anyone is considering joining Quiz Bowl or any kind of academic team like Science Bowl or History Bowl, definitely do it because it's just an amazing experience. You meet people from all over the country. You get to learn so much. I never had to study for a history AP in my life because I do Quiz Bowl and we just learn everything from that. And it really prepares you super well. But if you're actually going to be on Jeopardy and not just trying to get on, because Quiz Bowl and knowing things helps you in life and it helps you get on the show, but after that, buzzing practice and buzzer practice is really helpful, and also just making sure you're in the mindset and you know exactly what you're going to say for an interview, and you know how you're going to be on the show, what your strategy is going to be. Those are the key things to know before you go on Jeopardy.
Can I ask a follow-up question? So you mentioned it's academic, Quiz Bowl. Did you start doing these things in high school, or were you always a trivia fanatic since young?
I've always been a trivia fanatic because I just like learning things, but I did Science Bowl in 8th grade.
Okay.
So we went to National Science Bowl. That was an amazing experience. And then I learned that you could do Science Bowl, but for all subjects, when I got to high school. And so I joined It's Academic, I joined Quiz Bowl. My friends and I started a history bowl club at our school, and then we do that. We do just every kind of bowl that there is. And it's a great experience. It's really fun.
Does your family play together? Do you have family trivia nights? Or?
Not really. I'm really the only real trivia buff in my family, but actually we're going to a trivia night tonight. And I'm super excited because it's at our pool, and I want to win.
Oh, we will know who the winner will be tonight already. And now that you have your fame, Jeopardy fame, so has that changed your life, or how has that impacted your interactions with others? Or?
Well, mostly just when I see people who I haven't seen in a long time, the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, "Congratulations, I saw you were on Jeopardy!" But other than that, it's pretty much the same. Other than the friends I've made from Jeopardy, who are actually my really good friends now, too. It's not super different, considering I didn't win the whole thing or anything. I had my one episode. I did reasonably well on it, and I had a great experience. Really, not that much else.
And you mentioned that the taping was actually in December.
Yeah.
So what was it like to hold the secret for 6 months?
Oh, that was the worst. It sucked. I couldn't tell anyone except for my friends and family who had already seen it, and then Jeopardy friends who already knew what happened, of course, because they were there. And it was just, everyone would come up to me and they were like, "Wow, you're going to be on Jeopardy. You want a hint at how you did? I bet you did really well." And I would just have to sit there and be like, "Yeah, thanks. You'll see in June."